Hey guys, what's up? Check, check, check. Check. I think you can hear me, right? I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Well, welcome to the pre-release live stream for single Fallout, which comes out in 40 minutes. It's great to see all of you guys on YouTube and Facebook. So right now I'm in Reno, Nevada. Sort of in the middle of the desert. It's like 5% humidity here or something. But I'm here out in a house for a while working on the album until around the beginning of November. Then I'm heading up to Vancouver, Washington. So anyway, big biscuit. Nice. let's see. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this this single. Most tracks take a really long time to put together for me. Like Quixote, I wrote it and made the scratch track for it over a year before it was released, and a lot of the singles have been really similar. Whereas Fallout, it was made. I don't know. I felt like it was one of those tracks that I started and just knew exactly where I was going with it, which is pretty rare. I know the first 75% of what's going to happen, and then there's this 25% that just sits there, and I'm like, oh God, it's like I have to do the original 75% justice, but I don't know how, and then it just takes so long. But Fallout, it was one of those tracks that I knew exactly what I was doing with it, and I think it's really purposeful, and I'm excited for you guys to hear it. So anyway, let me start out. Let me start out with some questions. I could do a little question and answer if you guys want, and then maybe play a couple tracks, play a couple songs for you, and then we can listen to the release. How do you create your lyrics? Battle Scar says. I've talked a lot before about lyrical writing, general writing, writing in general. The art of writing is a difficult one to explain how to do, because so much of it is a little bit like kind of amorphous. It's pretty difficult to pin down exactly what makes good writing good. You know, you can analyze the greats in all of these ways and sort of say that they're juxtaposing this and this, or that they're using this, literary technique to accomplish this. But really, at the end of the day, there's so much about what makes people good that is just intangible. And so it's one of those skills that it's difficult to just equation, like do this and it will be this. If the end is getting something that has lots of substance and is good, really the main piece of advice that most authors and writers offer is just write. Just write so much. It's literally every single author that if you look up any author and advice on writing, most of them, if they have any sort of interview where they've given advice, that's always the first piece, is just write a lot of stuff. Because that's just how you get your brain to kind of snap into that zone. I won't get into the science behind it too much, but your brain is always undergoing neurogenesis, which means that it's always building new cells. And what that means is it's always asking where it should build new cells. The only way that it knows where to build new cells is through cues from its environment. So, say you start, say you have 2 math classes at one time in one semester. You start doing math all the time first, or a language, let's say a language. You are studying French a bunch, and your brain has almost nothing built up around the foreign language section. And at first it's so difficult. But after you just keep submitting yourself to it, your brain starts building up more strength around that area, and then suddenly it becomes so much easier. It strengthens those neural pathways. And so the same thing happens with writing. If you don't write very much, you're not going to get good at writing, because it's the amount of time that you spend on it. Your brain has to be like, oh shit, this is a big thing that I do. I really need to put some heft behind this. If you don't do that, then no matter how much you try to break down the technique or get inspired, whatever, you're just not going to have the muscle that's required to do it. Like you can write down all the mathematics about how to do a backflip. You can understand everything about the aerodynamics of what makes a human body able to do a backflip. And yet, if you don't daily do your squats, do your calf lifts, do your, practice the actual movement of a backflip, if you don't actually do that every day, you're never going to build up the actual cells required, like the muscle cells required to do it. And I feel like that's kind of how a lot of people approach writing. They want to study a backflip, they want to study the details of a backflip. They want to read every book that's ever been written about doing a backflip, but then they just never actually go up and end up doing any flips. And then there are these other people who don't study anything about doing flips. They don't even know that it's called a flip. They just started doing it all the time, and they're able to do it because they just did it a lot. Yep. Right. What's the next question? Tyler Barksdale says, what was the first thing you bought that you always wanted when you made it? Well, I haven't made it yet in the bigger sense, but I get what you mean. Okay, when I was the first thing that I bought was a mattress. That was always, God, I always wanted a mattress so badly. I grew up with a bunch of kids in a relatively low-income household, and so we never got like nice furniture or especially stuff for our bedrooms, and I didn't even really know what sleeping in a nice bed felt like until I got a little bit older and had girlfriends that had nicer beds and was like, whoa, what is this? Oh my God. And so one of the first things that I wanted, the biggest thing that I wanted was to have a nice bed to sleep in. And when I first started making a little bit of money, I finally was able to buy that. And I still think about it all the time, actually. Oh, I have like the most comfy bed. I mean, it feels like, everybody says their bed feels like a cloud. Mine actually feels like, mine is like, I don't know, it's like a 18-inch memory foam. It's like a topper on top of the normal mattress or so. I don't know. It's just like, it's like obscenely comfortable. But I still think about that all the time. Every single time that I go in my room, I wouldn't say every single time, but at least 50% of the time, when I go in my room after not having been there for a while, I'm like, yeah! And it sounds so dumb, but it's like, God, when you've gone that long, it's just like, it's important for me to remember just how much of my life was spent without any of those things. It's just crazy that I'm able to even just to buy to have a bed, to have a house, to have, my goal is just to be able to like eat out every once in a while without it killing my bank account. So like my goals were pretty, my standard of what I needed to be happy was pretty low. So like the success that Crywolf has had has, it's been really nice. And I never want to take that for granted or think like, oh yeah, this is just normal now. I like always thinking about the bed. How do you keep your hair so fabulous? Does my hair look fabulous? I was thinking, should I like get it wet or something? I've just in this fucking house for like 4 days straight now. This is just kind of what it looks like. I think I'm gonna just start growing everything out. Just try to go for like the guy on a desert island look. Let's see. Oh, the reason I'm asking if my hair looks fabulous is because there was a comment that said that. I wasn't just randomly asking. Sorry guys, random, but does my hair look fabulous? Okay, let's see. Next question here. What is my favorite part about creating a new song? It's kind of weird, but honestly, I'm gonna have to say, probably the first time I get to listen to the song in, like the first time that I've mixed the whole thing and I get to listen to the song in a nice car. I think that's the moment when I'm like, oh, I fucking did it again. Like that's the moment when I'm like, oh my God, this is actually so good. Because most of the time that I'm making it, it's like, most of the time it's like, while I'm making it, it's just, you know? I mean, there's like this initial burst of crazy inspiration, and then the reality is, like, if you want to do any sort of art or anything with excellence, it's so much work. Like, that's really where the beauty is. See, the beauty is not in those moments where you're so inspired and you don't even think about it. That's great, and that's amazing, and that's one of the highest highs you can as an artist. But the real beauty is when you're getting out of bed and you don't fucking feel like working at all, and you're so tired of all the bullshit that comes with being an artist, and you don't want to make music at all, but you sit there and you do it, and you put one foot in front of the other, keep working, and you keep working, and then you end up with this track that you finally get to listen to, you know, in a car or on like a live system, like in a venue, and you're just like, because it wasn't just oh, this is so fun, this is so great. It wasn't just that part that made it. It was you getting up and fucking doing it and putting in the work, putting in the blood, putting in the sweat, because you knew that it was worth it to make something that was beautiful. You had this vision of what you wanted to do, you wanted to bring it into the world, and you knew that you couldn't just do that through passion alone. You had to do it through this, you know, almost like a divine stubbornness. Yeah. So my favorite part isn't like the flow states and stuff. Those are the highest parts for sure. But my favorite part is that moment when you're like, this is done. This is 1,000% done. There's nothing left I have to do. I finally did it. Because I mean, there's like, I mean, really like 200 plus hours in at that point. So much time and effort put in, and not to mention all the time just like, you know, dealing with this crazy life that comes along with being a professional artist, all the things you deal with just to get to the point where you're actually making music, you know. Yeah. Let's see. Brian Huffness says, how long does it generally take until you're finally satisfied with your song and you know it's done? Um, like I said, it depends on the song. Different songs are different. I mean, there have been songs that, I'm not kidding, have been over 300 hours at first, at least. But that's because I'm making one version and I'm unhappy with it. I'm changing it. I'm unhappy with it. I'm changing it. Other ones only take like a little less than 100. Majority of them take like 150, I would guess. I calculated them once. I calculated all the songs off of Skeletons, and it took on average 50 per song. But I also always make everything from scratch. Like all the sounds, for the most part, all of the sounds are recorded for the song. You know, like I do a lot of things that you don't have to do. You know, I just do them because for whatever reason, it just helps me. Like I like making something that's kind of made specifically for that song. But there are a lot of things that I do that make it a lot longer. I export full stem packs and do complete mix downs for myself. I don't know. Yeah. I make things difficult for myself a lot, I would say. Completely honest. What do you feel is the most different about the music you're making now versus your last album? Let's see. I think that the music I'm making now, I would like to say that it is a lot more honest. The same way that I would hope to be able to say that about each release. I think I have been able to say that. Is that there's a lot more rawness, a lot more honesty in it. I mean, I think that my music just sort of follows the path I, as a person, am taking. And that path is just learning who I am more and becoming more with myself. It's not just an honesty in my music, because I already want to be 100% honest with my music. But the holdup is that I'm not 100% honest with myself. And so I'm constantly becoming more and more honest with myself. And as I do, I'm able to create from a place of like higher fidelity and more honesty. So, I just noticed a lot of the stuff in this, a lot of the new stuff I notice is a lot heavier in a real way. It's not necessarily, not the lyrics are necessarily like more intense, but I think there's like a weight. It's hard to explain. This stuff is a lot slower though. Can you guys hear everything okay? I'm seeing a couple comments say that the sound is cutting out. Is that true? I just want to make sure before I'm rambling on and you guys can't even like hear what I'm saying. Cutting out a little bit, but not terrible. Okay. That's not so bad. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll change it. How's that? Is that a little better? All right, I hope that's better. Anyway, next question. Why do you perform barefoot? I saw you on stage doing that and wondered why. I don't know. I've spent a lot of my life barefoot. When I was in high school, there was like a whole 2 years where I didn't wear shoes. I don't know. I just feel more comfortable that way. I don't really start barefoot a lot of times. I just kind of take them off in the middle. Yeah, I just... Oh, yeah, shoes are expensive. People steal my shoes on stage all the time. I usually take off a lot of my clothes while I'm on stage. A lot of the This Is Negative Space shows, I ended up, like at the very end, I was like barefoot, shirtless, just like, because it gets really, really hot. I mean, like running, I don't know how many of you have seen my shows, but I'm like just moving constantly and I get really, really hot. I dare you to show your feet. These fucking weirdos. Is that some kind of sexual thing? I hope it is. Cool. Well, here, let me sing you a song. Your energy in negative space was insane. Thank you, Lycoria. Yeah, if you liked that, definitely come to the next round of tour dates. It's gonna be even more insane. There's a lot of really cool stuff in the works. I know that it's been a really long process getting all this stuff together, but now that I'm releasing music, now that the album is coming up and that a tour is coming up after that, I'm really excited for you guys to see everything that's in store. Damn. Just every... Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, go ahead and give me your song requests. Song requests. Everybody request a song while I try to figure out which EQ I have. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, it's so dry here. I'm like super weird and stuffed up. Let's see. Play a cover of a Ghost Main song. That would be great. Tell me what you fucking want you know. I could never do that. My mouth does not move that quickly. around, don't walk through that door. There are verses left you don't know. Oh, my hands are painted red. Wait, there's a lock in here in my palm. It is broken like the song I first sang the night you lied. Oh, 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 oh. Stay the night and we'll meet our ghosts. They'll be drifting up through the floor, softly dancing round the bed. You could take my life right here in these sheets. Paint your body red, refuse to retreat. The walls between the sand and fade, will they go? Will they go? And your heart was held in your hips when you gave to him with your lips all those things that we had felt, that we had known. And I told you that I was home, but my heart turned off with your phone. And no tears will save you now. Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? Okay. Since it's almost Halloween, that's Ghosts. Your bones lie sleeping here, my own sweet poison. Your arms lie sleeping here, my own sweet poison. And with your name on the tip of my tongue, your arms around me. Don't let them tell you that I never cared. You're all that I need. I believe in this love. You're racing my heart in your infinite eyes. That familiar spark in a world full of light. We can live in the dark. Don't you forget my love. I've been yours from the start. Your bones lie sleeping here alone. Sweet poison, and with your venom inside my lungs, you suffocate me. Don't let them tell you that I never cared. You're all that I need. I believe in this love. You're racing my heart in your infinite eyes. That familiar spark ever since in the light. We can live in the dark with your demons and mine. I've been yours from the start. If our sins in the light, we can live in the dark with your demons and mine. I've been yours from the start. Okay, I'm gonna try to sing this song that's been stuck in my head. Let's see if this works. I haven't actually sang this before. It's just been stuck in my head, and I feel like I can figure out the chords. Let's see. Oh, let me tune this real quick. Oh shit, we only got 4 minutes. Maybe it's all down to the thought of her. Maybe it's all down to the loss we learned. Knew for a long time, for all it's worth, I wanted to run to you. What if I'm caught up and it's me you're calling? What if I'm lost now, plus my demons have come in? When she kissed me, I felt a new freedom. Something, well, move on. I found a moment to behave, so I let her know. She said, how could I love you back? You who dropped your dreams in the gutter. And in my winter she'll be burning slow. Feels like December knows me well, 'cause I love you. Does that mean nothing to you now? 'Cause I love you. Bring me back on holy ground. I said I know that love is all about the wind. How it can kill me, hold me up and kill me in the end. But I loved it. Does that mean nothing to you now? Oh, I loved you. Me back on holy ground. She said I know that love is all about the wind. How it can hold me up and kill me in the end. But I loved it. Does that mean nothing to you now? What if I'm caught up and it's me you're calling on? What if I'm lost now, just if demons are coming in? When she kissed me, I felt a new freedom or something. Oh well, move on. Found a moment to be brave, so I let her know. She said, how could I love you back? You who dropped your dreams in the gutter. My winter she'll be burning slow. And in my winter she'll be burning slow. And in my winter she'll be burning slow. But I love it. Well, all right, guys, it is that time. If you want to head to Spotify for full quality, then you can, or I'm going to also be playing it on here, but it's going to go through the stream, so it's going to be a little lower quality, so you might want to pull it up on Spotify or your favorite streaming platform. don't mean I sleep. It's a case of the revenant. I'll be going towards the light, don't wake me. Paramore, I'm frightening. All my love is fairyland. I'll be roaming through the house, don't let me catch you sleeping. I'm living on the seafloor. I'm living in your pollen, emerging from the ether. I'm laying in the barren lands. I love it when you're tongue-tied, spilling through your secrets. A love that could caress my demon. Darling, in my heart, I'm tearing you apart. I stand corrected. I am on the edge of violence. Analyze me quietly, see the face of the revenant. I'll be going towards the light, don't wake me. Paramore, I'm frightening. All my love is fairyland. I'll be roaming through your house, don't let me catch you sleeping. I'm living on the seafloor, I'm living in Portland, emerging from the ether. I'm laying in the barren lands. I love it when you're tongue-tied, spilling all your secrets. A love that could caress my demons. Fall out, darling, in my heart. I'm tearing you apart. I'll stand corrected. Hiding on the edge, I'm violent, staining my hands red, the lion and the analyze me quiet, the face of the revenant. I'll be going towards the light, don't wake me. Paramore, I'm frightening. All my love is fairyland. I'll be going towards the light, don't let me catch you sleeping. Analyze me quietly, be the face of the revenant. I'll be going towards the light, don't wake me. Paramore, I'm frightening. All my love is fairyland. I'll be roaming towards your house, don't let me catch you sleeping. Don't let me catch you sleeping. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for logging on. I'm going to be hopping over to the Discord channel now. So if you guys want to keep hanging out for a little bit, I'll probably be on there for about 45 minutes or an hour. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's always really great to spend a little bit of time with you guys. Really looking forward to everything that's coming up from here. This is really only the beginning. These first couple of singles that we've put out are just like basically just kind of stirring the waters again after me being gone for a while. This isn't even really a fraction of what we're going to be doing. So I'm excited that you guys like the tracks so far. And let me get you guys that link to the Discord channel, because it's basically this chat where you can come and hang out with me and a bunch of other Crywolf fans. And I don't know, we talk about all kinds of stuff. Sometimes we get on voice chat, and I don't know, there's like, sometimes I play some unreleased songs or things like that. So let me, let's see, where's the link for this thing? Where is the link? Where's the link? Where's the link? Where's the link? Where is the link? Hey, where's the link? Hey, where's the link? Here we go. All right, I got the link. I got the link. I got the link. I got the link. I said I got the link. I got the link. I got the link. Okay. All right, there's the next song. Where is the fucking link? I said, where is the fucking link? Where is the fucking link? I said, where the link go? I got the link, guys. All right, link is posted. Oh wait, link is posted in YouTube. Hold on, let me in the Facebook too. All right, guys, here is the link. Come on. God, my computer's so slow. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Amazing. Peace out. Hope you have a great time. I have for independent artists like myself, I'm not signed to any major labels, any major anything. Everything that Crywolf is done with me and this small team of people. So with any independent artists like that, I think a lot of people often underestimate how much it helps when they share the music. The main way, with artists that are on major labels, they have these huge marketing budgets. They get put on the radio. They get put in, billboards in Times Square. Seriously, all kinds of crazy shit like that, just for being on the major labels. Whereas for independent artists like myself, you don't have those options. You're working with literally just your own money, just like grassroots everything. So The main way that fans can help a project like this is just by sharing it with their friends. I mean, it seems like it's not that big of a thing, but that's how independent projects like this grow. So if you like Fallout, if you like Ultraviolent, if you like Coyote, just send it around to friends. I know it seems like not that much, but really it's a huge help. I mean, if you think about it, if every person who likes an artist shares it with one person, or shares it with one person who actually really likes it, that literally doubles the entire fan base. That's how any kind of grassroots thing grows. If not, it's completely fine. I don't make this music to make it huge, but if you do want to help, that's always an awesome way to help. So, anyway, have a great night. Love you so much, and I'll see you in 4 or 5 weeks.